going to start this new commercial. Welcome back. The name is Sam. And right now, like the Facebook page and make sure to do a comment below and make sure to like and subscribe.
Warning. The following program is a gaggle of friends talking about happenings in the world. It is meant to be comedic, informative, and not really serious. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or this broadcasting platform. There may be some cuss words, because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are a young person, please seek permission before listening any further. Sincerely, the people of Two Tired Dads. P.S. Don't sue us.
Hey, I guess you got intern Jimmy getting his shit together. A smooth intro.
Hey,
Not even mad. Not even mad. Dude, what a fucking week, bro. Jimmy.
Man. Tell me about it.
Jimmy. God. All right, ladies, we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, us, the Two Tired Dads. I'm Devin James.
And I'm Stacy Bonds.
Man, crazy ass week, dude. We're in the second week, third week of
Third
January.
week.
Is it third week of January?
Yeah, already moving fast to the year, ain't it?
I'm feeling these effects of the polar vortex. I was on the phone when we were at work, obviously talking to someone, and he was outside. And next thing you know, he goes, Devin, I don't know if you... Oh, he's in Texas, by the way. He's like, Devin, I don't know if you know this, but we're in a polar vortex. And I go, yeah, I actually, the Earth tilted 18 degrees back in October, sir. And he's like, it was October 11th. I'm glad you follow. And I was like, then I go, are you a space? And like, he was being stoic as hell, like the whole time. And then next thing you know, he's like working for NASA, or he retired from NASA. And he was like, there's a lot that's going on and I'm just scared. And I'm like,
that would make me nervous.
I wanted to ask him so bad, like, hey, you want to like be a guest? But I kept it professional the whole time.
Hey, you're better than me. I would have asked.
But I mean, segue work. You wanted to announce something? Come on.
Well, I mean, I was going to do it more so towards the end, but I just really would like everybody to go to our
Facebook
will
do it
page. Go to our Facebook page. We got a coworker going through some things. It's not terminal, thank God. She was diagnosed with cancer. She's the sole provider on our team. And I just really would like everybody, if you could, go to our Facebook page, check out our GoFundMe. Well, the GoFundMe created for her. And just, if you can, whatever, $1, 50 cents, whatever you can give. It makes a huge difference. When you're the only person, you got 2 little girls you're taking care of, you want to make sure that you're there for them. And when I say she's one of the hardest working people that I know, she will do whatever she can to get the job done. She'll bend over backwards to help anybody. She has no problem, taking on a little bit more responsibility, helping out the people around her. Just an all around overall amazing person. Her husband right now, I can't imagine what he's going through. I couldn't imagine the devastation, the pain, the heartache, the worry, the stress. So it's like one of those things, if we can take, a sad moment, make it a good moment to just kind of relieve that stress so she can focus on health first. Health is wealth. And just give her that ability to have a little bit of relief, if we can, please do. Jessica, you'll see her on our page, Jessica Bell. Shout out to you. Real dude, love you to death. And you are a soldier. Shout out to you, because you have handled this better than anybody. You handled it better than whenever I got the information about my mom. You handled it better than my mom received the information. It's just one of those things that I don't even know how you process it. But shout out to Jessica Bell and her family. If we can, hey, whatever we can do, we're here to help. We always say that. Please, again, 50 cents, $1, whatever you can do, add it up. It all adds up. Of course, we would love for, to be able to hit the goal, but we appreciate any and everything and everybody that helps. I want to get that out. I apologize for starting the show off kind of sad, but again, we're here, family, we're dads. We know what it's like. We're married. We know what it's like. And to ever even have the thought of possibly losing your teammate is a scary thing. So again, medicine has came a long way, but still bills got to get paid. One of those things when you got to take time away from work and really, dedicate yourself to your health. Let's do what we can to help her.
But in the positivity, because we are going to circle back at the end of the show, but I'm starting to fucking tear up. So I had to come on, Dr. Strange, baby. Bro, what in the hell? Because we're going to open it up. We had a solid response last week to Mail Time, and I know everybody loved it. And one of the feedbacks is first and foremost, guys, we just read what we got, and we love the feedback.
Yes, we
do. One of the feedback is that Devin was a little too descriptive. Reading the feedback, and if you don't like the way I read and tell stories,
you got to be mad at the message sender. You can't be mad at the reader. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just delivering the message type shit.
Be mad at your fucking self that you can't hear Joe Parisi say the fucking disclaimer. So now we have the visual aid for all the socials moving forward. That's how I took your feedback.
So I also want to say, hey, we come from a generation where buckle up, buttercup, buck up. You know what I mean? Like, we're not here to be, let's cater to their needs. This is, hey, pull up your big boy pants and get with the program.
So that comes into the Mail Time that we got sent from the 503, which after my fact checking, the 503 comes from the Salem, Oregon area.
Nice.
I want to give a shout out to Salem, Oregon. Dads.
Shout out to Oregon. They don't tag.
I'm a single dad, and I have 2 baby mamas. I have never been into a long-term relationship because I am so focused on my kids. As I am now 42 years old, my kids are grown. And I now want to start dating. Problem is, I've been so focused on my career, I just don't know how. I found this one lady that she came in to interview in our company, and I had to decline her because I found her attractive, and all I could think about was her. I sent her on her way, told everyone that she wasn't a quite fit. 2 weeks later, after I couldn't find her information, I said, well, I'll just use LinkedIn.
Oh!
I went ahead and found her information on LinkedIn, and I sent her a picture of myself as far as a text message telling her who I was after she liked to go for a drink, if she remembered me from the interview. She called me, was more interested why she didn't get the job more than why I'm asking her for a date. Dads, this literally happened 2 days ago, and I'm worried that she's going to call the job. So I'm asking, should I refrain from using LinkedIn? I'm sure I'm not the only one out there that does it. Love the show. And that's it.
Hey, man, all I can say is I know somebody that really missed their ex, and they reached out to him through LinkedIn because they got blocked everywhere. So, I mean, it's one of those things like, hey, shout out to the cojones that they have to do that, because I would never. I would never. Like, that is some ballsy shit. Okay. Second, I believe they say LinkedIn is for professional, you know what I'm saying? Professional meetings. So I can't get behind it, man. Like, if anything, man, you got a resume. If you really want to be the creep that you just were, you might as well just use the resume.
I actually used our trusty research, and it came to like a 50-50 split of like what public opinion is of using LinkedIn for dating. Some people, so I don't know if this motherfucker like did his research and thought it was like okay. You know, it's like pineapple on pizza. He thought it was okay and decided to do it, or just because he heard about it. I don't know. But at the end of the day,
Pineapple on pizza.
I can't. You can't dip the ink in the pen or get the meat where you get the bread or it's whatever. Just fucking chill out from The Office, man.
Hey, I want to double back really quick. Hit that rewind button.
Oh.
You like pineapple on pizza?
I mean, no. Like
he's saying no.
I like ham on the pizza, the Canadian bacon on the pizza, but I don't like the pineapple on the pizza.
But it's something that you definitely tried to make that judgment call.
I have tried it. Yeah, I tried it both ways. I tried the circular ways, and then I tried like just the chunks and throughout. It fucking sucked. And so
I guess I'm fat. I just love pineapple. So yeah, I'm not saying I like it. I'm just saying that I'm gonna be honest. I've never had pineapple on pizza, so I don't really know if I like it. I just know that I love pineapple. So if it came in front of me, I mean, hey, I'm gonna eat it probably. You know what I mean? Now if it's just gross, spit it out. But
well, I mean, I made I actually had made some for the boys because the boys they like pizza. Oliver likes cheese. Sam likes fucking olives only. And we tried making, whenever we make pizzas, I would like, do you let your kids try whatever the fuck they want? Or are you
whatever
like,
they want?
Yeah. And so, as far as food, but so Sam like ate all the way up to the crust, which for Sam, the way he eats is kind of normal. Oliver did not fucking go for it. He's fucking no.
That's crazy to me. The olives on the pizza. Like my son's 5. He loves olives, but that's actually surprising. When you look at the kids nowadays, the shit they pick to eat. Like I hate olives. Asia loves olives. So I mean, I get where he got it from, but you an olive guy?
Dude, I'm an evolving guy. Like if fucking olives are on sale for 25 cents, I'm going to buy all of them and not get like carrots when there's because I'm doing what's called like smart shopping now. And as to where we have the boys like 4 times a week. So whenever we're shopping, I'm shopping in bulk from here on out. Okay. And I'm doing it like literally as sad as this sounds. This is the only and not. I don't know how y'all shop. Me and Carrie are horrible. When we shop, we fucking we fucking chill out, make a list, go to the mart of the place, and then fucking just free ball it. Like we just fucking go up and down the aisle with no game plan intact. And like, hey, do we like this? Do we like this? Do we like this? And we fucking just start shoving shit in the cart. And then when we get home, we realize we spent a shit ton of money on just snacks and fucking pizzas and didn't get what we fucking needed. And so it's like we started shopping. We started shopping at Aldi. Everybody has one.
I love it.
And we go there, but then we've been getting stupid. And I say mostly me is because how many times have you bought Aldi bags? Plan on keeping them in the fucking car. Yeah. And then every time you're just going back and buying like you're spending it. So it's doing small shit like that. And dads, listen up. Fucking, this is, our little PSA, point of the show. But it's like, put the bags in the fucking car. And then so what I'm getting to is now we're down to newspaper shopping, bro. I don't know how you guys do it, but we're down to newspaper shopping where we look through ads weekly for the 10 for 10 for the fucking. If I know people have been doing that for years. I'm just re-catching on, discovering it's a thing.
Coupons, man. Coupons,
right? And so that's my new fucking hobby, dude. Is couponing.
Hey,
I found my new hobby. I'm dead ass. Like,
you get really good at it, let me know, man, because I've seen them shows where they're walking out spending $3 with 2 shopping bags full.
I am now all about the couponing.
So it's funny because we just got a comment. I shop through Instacart, and so with the Aldi, first thing I'm gonna start there is Asia. I will say A1 Supreme at. She has the bags. Like when I tell you she will hop out the car, she's gonna go grab them. She's not forgetting them. I am so Asia is the precise shopper. She makes the list. She goes on. Right now, lately, we've been making it where we do Instacart just because of the vortex. You know what I mean? But as far as she goes straight to the things that she needs. I'm you. I walk every aisle. I look for whatever's on sale, whatever looks good, whatever might taste good. Hell, I've walked out with 10 jars of sauces, okay, and didn't come out with the meat that I needed. But that's, you know what I mean? That's kind of the perk of, where we work. We do have that little bit of freedom. I was on a 3-month hiatus, so now we're at a point where, like, we're not necessarily penny pinching, but we are watching because, honestly, I got in a huge argument because I'm tired of throwing away half of the refrigerator.
Yes.
Let
me guess, like celery or fucking lettuce or
broccoli we eat a lot of, but no, grapes. We'll buy every time we go.
Strawberries.
We buy grapes. Dude, have you noticed how quick they fucking mold nowadays?
Carrie's freezing them, but I'm just trying to relate.
That's actually a really good idea. But you're right. The strawberries mold quick. The grapes, so I'm tall. I'm 6'5", right? My big argument is put the shit where I can see it. If you put it at the very bottom shelf in the very back, I'm never gonna see it. The next time I see it is when we're throwing it away and I'm asking, when did we get that? You know what I mean? So I'm on the page of your shopping. I do like, I've told everybody that I know lately, so I'll tell them all day. I'm not shouting them out. I'm just saying they got these thin sliced ribeyes that are about the same price as a pound of hamburger and they're a little over a pound. I don't want all you motherfuckers going to buying them because I'm tired of going in and they're out of stock. But quick, simple fix food, you like to be in shape. It's one of those things that you get protein. You don't get a overly sized steak and you have leftover and then you forget it's in the fridge and throw it away. But that I'll kind of segue there because do you eat leftovers?
I do. Yeah, I mean, like Carrie, we are like literally budgeting to the T where she is, and she's doing a great job because while like during the working hours she stays at home, she makes bread all fucking day.
And it looks damn good.
She makes fucking homemade pretzels. She makes homemade Cheez-Its. She's making
homemade Cheez-Its?
Right, bro. I'm telling you.
Are they fire?
They're delicious. She's made homemade donuts, homemade fucking bagels, homemade fucking hot dog buns, homemade.
Hey, I would love to try a homemade bagel if she does like the everything.
I'll bring it tomorrow, dude. They got them upstairs. I got you tomorrow. I'm dead ass. And then it's everything bagel on there. And I see, so like it's delicious. And so I love my wife. She's doing everything she can to make sure our butt. And so don't say how you start shopping because dude, let me tell you how I got here. There's only one place in town where you can buy the specific flour because she uses all natural shit and she needs specific flour. And there's only one place in town we can get this fucking flour.
Say it so people know where to get it.
No. And so,
I need it in stock.
Yeah. And so every time we go, they only have the big motherfucking bag, which is like 5 pounds. So we have to it's like 50 pounds or $50 worth of shit that I end up buying. Well, we're checking out at the self-checkout, which I fucking hate. And there's this like Karen who's having a meltdown as we're leaving. And she goes, hey, they said this was buy one, get one. And I got a lot. And the lady's like, yeah, you just got to scan your card and it'll, come up.
Oh, I know where you're talking now.
So she fucking goes, what? And she fucking, as soon as she scanned it, she goes, yeah, see right there. She goes, so I get all this for $25? And she's like, yeah, it's buy one, get one. And Carrie and I look at each other and I was like, hey, like I can account for this. I can account for this. Like, we got to do this now because she's like, the sale ends today. And like, she's like, yeah.
Is that the chicken I seen you post?
It was the chicken, bro. Like I was right.
That's a steal.
It was I would
have filled my cart.
I did. That's why I'm like, God and Dad, you guys know how we are with the budget. I'm budgeting to the T. And it was like, I'm still giving myself a stroke talking about it. Cause it's like,
but you did check this out. You just saved yourself money next month. Cause when you get those buy one, get one free deals, especially chicken, and you load up on it, you freeze it and it lasts. So it's not like you didn't do what was best for the family. You still made you made the executive dad decision.
It's the audible of hell, dude.
I know you said didn't mean to interject, but I know you've been going and you're buying bulk now. Have you tried any, Sam's, or have you tried Costco yet?
We had a Costco card, but like we didn't fucking do it because we just didn't fucking do it. And
No, I get it. We had a Sam's card we didn't use, so I got rid of it.
Right. And so I don't know if I regret it or not, because I mean, I am that guy, and you are too. We are those dads that have a second fridge outside, and so and like we also have deep freezers, and so it's like when I'm buying shit, I've always been like, we buy water in bulk.
Yes,
and I'm more concerned like buying bulk now, and segue because of fucking World War III coming up.
Well, before we segue, I want to ask you, and this is just because of an article I read earlier this week about microplastics in bottled water. Now, all I drink is spring water. Okay. Like I'm a 100%. I only drink spring water. If you hand me purified water, I got to pour it over oranges, or I got to pour it over something. There you go. Yeah, we're on the same page. So I think that might be purified, but I'm definitely I didn't see the label. I'm just
purified. It's purified.
Yeah. So
I'm hip.
Yeah, but as far as reading that, you get to thinking in your mind, like, how the hell do they get microplastics in this water? Like, and I get into that thing again. We're going to get into World War III, but our own country is trying to kill us every step they get. And not again, where you were leading to, I'm gonna let you go ahead because
I'm just saying, like, it was an audible, but yeah, we're gonna talk about world. That's why I'm just gonna fucking say it. I'm stocking up.
You better.
There's a fucking reason. I'm not going to say names. I am not going to say names, and I am not pulling legs, because after I make this statement, we're going to chill the fuck out, because this is going to be a heated episode, because we're going to talk about war, and and Stacy knows that when I get heated, it's only because I'm passionate, I'm passionate about the fucking brothers in arms that this shit show's about to go, because they're about to send those motherfuckers over there, and guess what happens when they get back? They're going to go be discharged and sent to the fucking VA and said, oh, you didn't fill out paper number 12, Jimmy, so go back to the fucking line. Anyway, one of my dudes, and again, I'm not saying names, he gave me a phone call, and he said, we're probably 3 weeks out.
I called it March, didn't I? I said by March. Did I not, Devin?
So, hey, this week's song of the week is Steve Hill Radio, and if you're watching, you're going to enjoy.
Now think I'm going crazy, about to lose my mind. Moving forward, but it's like I'm stuck in rewind. Has everybody fucking lost their mind? Cause what I hear I'm hating, so I change the station on the radio. Cause everybody knows people like me don't make real music anymore. Now think I'm going crazy, about to lose my mind. Sit back and relax, watch my mind unwind. Music on MTV today, I hate to say, but it really ain't shit. Everyone's on YouTube now, trying to see how many hits you can get. Let me take you back to my day. VHS tapes and TV2 had videos on all day, living life like a CD, so I just press play. But that's okay, everything great, can't say the same, no way. Let's change all the bullshit on the radio wave. Let's hate on the mainstream, sit that place. So can I get a what? Can I get a middle finger up to the FCC who took music off TV? What can I say? Sway with Carson Daly. Now think I'm going crazy, about to lose my mind. Moving forward, but it's like I'm stuck in rewind. Has everybody fucking lost their mind? Cause what I hear I'm hating, so I change the station on the radio. Cause everybody knows people like me don't make real music anymore. Now think I'm going crazy, about to lose my mind. Sit back and relax, watch my mind unwind. Control freaks when I speak. PD Pablo speaking like a big paper pod. JC now it's reality TV, driving me crazy. Finna phone music to save me, cause every time I turn the radio on I get pissed off. Message behind real music gets crisscrossed, tossed in the attic way back. Shit, that's real talk, is a walk the walk. Life's a trip, baby. When you slip, pick yourself right back up. Music is what raised me, so cheers, get ready for my toast. To all the music I love the most, all the fucking times you heard me bumping.
Make sure to like this
I jam with that.
or a creeper will come at your house and blow up.
I fuck with that song. I like that one.
Tell us when we're telling lies.
Shit, I haven't heard one yet.
Tell us What's going
Well, hey,
on in the
well, really quick, because we
world,
jumped off. I just want to
man?
remind you, I said World War III by March, did I not?
Hey, what's
I
3
called
weeks
that shit.
from
Well, that's
today?
February, so I'm hoping that. Well, I don't want to be right. Let me say that first and foremost. But man, like,
February 4th.
what's going on is what you say, right?
February
Let's talk.
4th.
It's
So that
3
means
weeks.
they're going to announce it on the 5th.
I'm gonna say this. What is going on? What the fuck is going on? You got U.S. cargo ships getting hit by Houthis. I don't even know how to technically say it, but the Houthis out of Yemen. You got within hours UAE, England, Saudi Arabia putting fighter planes in the sky and bombing Yemen. You got unconstitutional bombing of Yemen, which nobody's talking about, that Biden did not get approval to go bomb them. There was no congressional approval. Excuse me. And I want people to really hear that again. No congressional approval. I don't think people really understand how the judiciary system works, how the politics works, but you have to get approval before you start bombing countries. Okay? None was given. At what point do we have to, put our foot down? Hey, I just want to say we need to be putting our foot down like Texas is. But go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts, Devin.
Texas bans marijuana, man. They need to lift their foot on
Hey,
that.
fuck that. But guess what they're doing? They're protecting the Constitution.
What I'm saying is, as far as Iran and Yemen, it's a shit show. And I have done my research on Yemen, and from what it looks like, it's like Yemen's like the country where, like, okay, fucking pro wrestling, how you had the bloodline, right? And they're all these motherfucking dudes. No, let's rewind that. Hey, Jimmy, where's the fucking soundboard? God, Stacey, put his we're going to talk to him after this. Hey, so remember the Nation of Domination, how you had like Owen Hart, and then you had like The Rock and Mark Henry and fucking basically Owen Hart was like the only white dude in the crew. Well, fucking Yemen is like Owen Hart with like in that Saudi Arabia area.
Yeah.
They're like in the Middle East, but they're not part of the Middle East. They're just Owen Hart. They're just there. It's so fucking Yemen is like, and from what it looks like is they're like, all right, we got a match tonight against fucking Undertaker. Hey, Owen, you're up, buddy. And so it's like, it seems like they're sending, them to
You're
the
saying
US.
when you say them, you're saying Iran is kind of using Yemen as the push them in like a scapegoat type thing.
Yeah, bro.
Well, I mean, you got to think who's arming them. Iran. I'm not saying that. Again, man, I pray that we do not go to war. I just don't like the loss of life for political gain.
Okay? I'm shaking on this shit.
Like, this is something that I think a lot of everybody in America should be looking at, but this is a worldwide thing. You've got Yemen literally saying we're ready for World War III. Bring it on. Make it a world war. Like, that just made my hair on my arm stand up. Like, that is a serious thing. Like, when you're calling for it, and they're calling for it because they know they don't have what they need to do it, but they've got friends. Iran is a nuclear superpower. Let's look at it what it is. You strip things down, you walk them over the border, you put them back over together when you get over the border, and boom. It's, there's a reason Texas is really putting their foot down and stopping shit from coming in. And it's crazy to me that we have a federal government that is trying to go cut down the razor wire and allow these people in. There is a legal way of doing everything. You fill out your paperwork. It may take some time. I know several people that have their citizenship that went through the process. As far as who really knows where we're going, and the Iran and Yemen situation is a really scary thing because we don't have a president that has the balls to do what it takes, but we have a president that has the balls to self-gain, right? Like, you look at Hunter Biden's laptop, you look at Biden and the money laundering through Ukraine, and nobody wants to talk about, again, how your salary is $250,000, $275,000 a year, but you're worth multi-millions. the people you're giving money to are all of a sudden buying yachts. Like, come on now, man. We're wiping out populations. We're killing the youth for 80-year-old people's gains who might not even live to see them. That's fucking scary.
And because what ties into this fucking shit, which isn't even on like the fucking news, bro.
This is scary.
Is 2 U.S. SEALs missing, man. And like,
I want to hear your opinion because I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I want to hear your opinion.
I'm ready to fucking grab a gun and go find them and bring them home, dude. Like, that's my mindset. And I got like tears streaming down my face because like the fact that I'm here right now and not like, bro, I'm not trying to like say I was a hard ass, but like I served my country. Like, you know what I mean? And like when we trained and served and fucking went overseas with like motherfuckers. And so when you stood next to Navy SEALs and bled with them and sweated with them, and you got 2 of them missing because a fucking Owen Hart country wants to make a little statement. Like, I'm probably the craziest motherfucker that anyone's ever met. And then, like, this is just the shit that goes through my mind all day. Like, well, just every day is like, yo, just show me where to go, bro. Like, give me my fucking shield and show me where to fucking go. And why fucking Biden's not talking about it and why fucking, like, it's just
they don't want America to panic.
Like, yeah, it's like a little Potsy scheme. Like, so, well, I'm not trying to like, yeah, what's up?
No, go ahead. Finish your statement.
No, I was just saying it's just fuck. That's my mindset. That's what makes me want to fucking start stocking up at the grocery store. When I hear a Karen fucking bitching about high-priced chicken, say, well, I know we can't really fucking push you right now, but I'm going to drop the $70 and fucking make sure this family's good. Because if 2 motherfuckers are missing and they're seizing shit left and right overseas just to make it as like a chess game, like that's...
You've seen what we did for a basketball player, a female basketball player.
Fucking war. And yes, every day when Brittany was gone, there was day 13.
No, that's what I'm saying. So, like, it's funny to me. Well, it's not funny. It's sad to me that these are the real heroes of America, right? And nobody knows about shit. And this is my point of view, is Brittany Griner played for Russia. She had Russia, you know what I mean? Like, she's obviously maybe not got citizenship there, but she had ties there, right? The U.S. SEALs, they're tied to us. They're Americans. They need to be brought home safe, quick, and swift. You know what I mean? But the second part of that is, this is where I play devil's advocate. What were they doing there? No. I'm not expecting you to have the answer. I'm just saying, if you think about it, they're SEALs. They were there for a mission, most likely.
It was a border. It was like a border seizure. There was like a border seizure of weapons, and from, if my corrections, fucking Jimmy's on a smoke break clearly, but fucking it's they're just doing their fucking job, man. Before the government told them,
which
at
is
the
true.
end of the day, and so,
but if the other side of this,
which could have been a fucking another Ponzi scheme,
which also though could have been a hit. You know, they could have been sending SEALs in. I mean, you got to think SEALs are highly trained. I mean, they could have been there to, take out a target, which leads, to other things of why are we escalating tension in the Middle East when we need to be trying to piece this together and stop this shit. All this started over literally, let's call it what it is, Israel forming a mass execution. Let's call it what it is. Like, why are we so bonded to them? And if we're so bonded, why aren't they a U.S. territory?
Well, I mean, because it does tie into it when it all comes down to it. Shit has been changing with BRICS, right? And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day is $1. Think about what they're securing. Think about what they're monitoring. And at the end of the day, that's what we're saying. When COVID started, because this is all connected all the way back to fucking 1960. No, this bullshit to me streams back all the way to World War II at the end of it. And so when that comes into
Well, I get where you're going as far as Israel becoming a state in 1945. What I was actually going to say is what I think it's a cover-up for the U.S. Navy SEALs. I think they were sent there to try and go get Lloyd Austin and recover his body.
Who the fuck is Lloyd Austin?
Lloyd Austin is the U.S. Defense Secretary, and Russia made a claim that they hit a bunker and they killed him inside of it, while America is telling us that he's in a hospital in ICU in critical condition, and they don't know when he's going to get out. So I think when a lot of people, when you get into the real deep politics of things, if Russia did hit a bunker, right, and he was inside, and they did kill our U.S. Defense Secretary, we have to engage in war, right? Like that's a immediate, we have to go to war with the world's biggest superpowers. So instead of people focusing on that, let's throw in the mix, Yemen and Iran, because he was killed they're saying he was killed in Ukraine. Russia took claim to the kill. You don't claim a kill in war unless you did it, so you throw in Yemen and Iran and you get distractions going. And like you said, BRICS, because again, everything's in control of money. You know what I mean? But what if they really did kill him? They don't want to take claim. And I'm not going to throw race into this, but I will say if it was a white U.S. Defense Secretary, we would have heard about it. This is a black defense secretary. So it makes you question, why are we going to the links we're going? Why are we not getting the truth about this? They're saying he was released from the hospital 3 days ago. In reality, don't take much to make a clone to try and put something in place to lie to America. But as far as what's really going on here, and again, I believe what you're saying, it is a diversion to get us to stop BRICS from occurring, is if we go to world war. It's kind of hard to implement a new currency when war is at hand and you got to buy everything in American dollars.
Kind of hard to get a president out when there's a world going on.
Can't even do an election. That's what nobody's talking about. If we really start a world war, there will be no election, which is why you see Biden has a lot of shit. We have Republican shit going on. You don't hear nothing about Democratic parties or Democratic conventions because they're automatically placing Biden on the bill. That's a question. And go ahead. And so I'm going to let you go on the Trump, because Trump demolished their ass in Iowa.
Oh, I'm just saying that's what happened. I'm not saying no question mark about it. Trump won Iowa, and, that's where
he's going to win America.
That's where everyone's scared, because what's going on is there's also places, states saying, hey, we're not putting him on the ballot, man. So you just have to write him in yourself. What do you got to say? I'm sorry.
Man, let's go better. Why is it they put Vivek Ramaswamy up to let him talk, but they didn't let Trump's speech go on?
Shiminaba Swami?
Vivek. In my mind, he was the Antichrist. But I want you to look into this.
I'm going to.
There were several news networks, all of them on American television, that literally stated they will not play Trump's winning speech because they don't know what he's going to say and they can't control what he says. That right there could be the reason everybody in America votes for that man. If they're afraid to let him speak to the country, what does he have to say to the country? Think about that long and hard. We aren't going to air the winning candidate's speech to America, the people who voted for him. He's already been our president. Why are you not letting our previous president speak, but you let President Obama get on television and talk about transgenderism, talk about his wife's talking about food and what we should be doing with food, but you won't let our president, our previous president and 2024 president to be, as long as war doesn't happen, talk to the country? That should be a red flag to controlled press, controlled media, and the fact that everywhere in this is we're breaking constitutional rights. Every branch, from the Congress to the House of Representatives to your local agencies to FBI to CIA to ATF, all of them are infringing on our constitutional rights. When does this become a fucking problem? When are we no longer going to say that can't happen here and say history is repeating itself? It's repeating itself. We're watching it happen. When do we stand the fuck up? Please.
Well, I mean, I don't know as far as like I don't know as far as like people. It's like the only like this is why I'm scared is because if I didn't even fucking think about that, Uncle Joe will just keep being Joe and fucking. I mean, what is Trumpy gonna do when we go to war? And he's not, and there's no like, before November. Devil's advocate. I'm just trying to put
That's the
myself.
speech he tried to make, and that's why they censored it. I truly think that's what he was going to say in his speech, and they censored it. I mean, not that we'll probably. I mean, I would love to get him on our show. Not saying it'll happen, but God, it would be worth a try because what did they censor? When they openly use the word, we are censoring him. That is a fucking red flag. I'll be posting the video to TikTok. I'll post it to Instagram. I'll get it over to you to get on Facebook.
Man, I had no fucking idea. I've been with all this like world shit, and you knew like they were gonna distract us with something, but it's like city lights light years away.
Distraction. You know why it's a distraction? I say that because we talked about this last night, and I'm all ears to hear about it. The Epstein list. Well, I'm saying you think they just released 9 new details about the Epstein list. They said were so drastic that some of it couldn't even be aired on television. So what's the best way to distract you? City lights light years away. But again, I want you to explain this for the people because you blew my fucking mind starting telling me. And I want you to explain it in the detail you gave me because in reality, I'm a smart guy, but I didn't really know where methane gas, how it built up, where it came from. And that's what you're going to be talking about. So please lay it all on the table.
First of all, we're going to come back to all the political shit because I would love to have Trumpy on. I would address him as Trumpy. Like I said, we speak pro
WWE language.
Yeah, we would. Yeah, he would call me Devin James. But, dude, Proxima B19, which is, what did we say, Stacy? 13,000 years away, which is a lot.
Like 4.4 light years.
Light years. Some shit. This motherfucker is admitting what's called the city lights. Now, what that means, okay? And you can fact check me all you want. I wish I had a circular ass clown or something. I don't know. I didn't really come prepared to give the demonstration. All right, let's say, right, this fucking ball of shit is Proxima B13, right? And so what's going on is like, here's the top pole, and then here's the bottom pole, okay? These motherfuckers are giving off what's called green rings at the bottom each, okay? That's normal. Now, how am I going to say it's normal is because it's not actually green light, but it's rings, okay? Why? Pay attention. They're green when they emit because it reflects off their sun and a bunch of other shit. And James Webb telescope pulled this shit up. So it's the green that's emitting is methane. This planet, Proxima B, whatever the fuck, has been being studied for a very long time. Since they were wanting this motherfucker because they're like, this thing has fucking water. It's got fucking oxygen. All the fucking components to be a big ass super Earth. And so it's emitting methane at the top and at the bottom. Now, given those components, how do you naturally put methane into the system? Emissions. Where does emissions come from? Vehicles. So that is making them freak the fuck out because as they pan more deeper into this motherfucker, they see what looks to be equivalent to city lights on this planet. So now they're thinking these motherfuckers have machines and these motherfuckers got electricity. And so, yeah, man.
There's a twin to everything. There might be a twin planet. Nobody's talking about it.
So if you're on Proxima B13, go ahead and give us a Facebook like and
Tune
go
in.
ahead to follow your platform that you're airing this. And don't forget to subscribe. Like us on the Spreaker.
And that goes for you guys as well. Like us on the Spreaker. Share us. Definitely like the Facebook, like the Instagram, like the TikTok. But Spreaker is definitely where we're able to, like Devin said, we can track where it's coming from. We can see the demographics all the way down to the city, to the area. So it's something that, we really would appreciate. It helps us. And all we're trying to do, again, like we did at the beginning of the show is to help everybody. It's not just for us. So help us where we can. A simple share goes a long way. I've been at work taking people's phones. Let me see it. Go to our page, share it. So it's one of those things that one like and one share goes a long way.
So how the fuck do we explain war to our kids, bro?
Honestly, that's a great fucking question.
I mean, we're dads. We might as well figure it out right now. I know we didn't talk about this question, but
no, that's a very good question,
Joe.
I mean, honestly, how do you explain that people dislike each other for shit that has nothing to do with us, but we get the consequences of it?
See, you're because when I explain war, like when they think Goku's going to war, is because I'm their grandpa. They call me Goku.
Yeah.
They think I'm fighting, like I'm going to cage, because like when I have to leave, hey, where are you going? Hey, cousin Nathan's going to war. You know what I mean? Because like shit like that, and so. Yeah, and so it's like they don't know about my military, Devin. Not a lot of people do because I just don't, But it's like
it's not something you like. You're proud of.
It's hard to, I guess. How do you explain that people, when they hate each other, they fight?
How do you explain hate?
I don't want to do that because you want to teach them, like, hey, when people have issues with each other, yeah, they fucking each other, but they.
I think I got an answer after I thought this through.
Yeah.
When rich people get their panties in a bunch and they have control of certain things that we don't as normal people, they play with people's lives like it's a fucking video game. And at the end of the video game, sometimes the characters make it, sometimes they don't. We want to put it in a coalition or something we could think about or compare it to. I always like to say it like this. Think about the kid in 5th grade, right? Mm-hmm. Who threw a temper tantrum. He didn't like everybody's beating him in basketball, so he popped the basketball.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing. We got a bunch of rich motherfuckers who are mad about shit that has nothing to do with the average American people. That, boom. And I mean, my aunt actually just posted, every war started with religion. That's a facade. Every war started over money. You think about, you go to the oil wars. No, you can leave that up, but you go back to the oil wars, 2007 through 2013, 11, whenever it was, where you were. Oil wars, drugs, wars start over drugs, opium, heroin. The epidemic stopped during the war because Al-Qaeda burned all the heroin fields. So we went to war to get the heroin fields. What came right after that war? A heroin epidemic.
We guarded them.
You go to Vietnam. Heroin epidemic, opium. Okay. We went in there for drugs. When you really do your research, religion is the scapegoat that hides the evil. Drugs, oil, gold is the reason we go to war. Resources. When you look at when we wanted to get into it with Mexico and Colombia, is because they weren't letting us get dibs on the cocaine. Okay. The moment we put a CIA airstrip in Colombia, all the bullshit stopped. Completely avoided. We are in a situation where right now we want to go to war with China because of fentanyl. You have an American country that is tired of fentanyl. Get it off our fucking streets. Who's the number one producer of fentanyl? China. We're not going to let China get rich off a drug that we can control. We can make in a lab. This shit gets deeper than what people think. It's way more corrupt than what you think. I remember talking last summer, there was a Wells Fargo cargo ship. Now, this is Wells Fargo, okay, that caught with $100 million of cocaine in the bottom hole, in the bottom of the ship. Nobody knows how the fuck it got there. This is one of the biggest transporters in the world. How did it get there? I don't go behind religion at all because Muslims took care of Jewish kids' babies way back in history. It didn't like we can say the Middle East is all over, on the rock or whatever it may be, No, there's something bigger there. It's called oil. And everybody knows in the Middle East, they'll tell you oil flows like rivers. It's not a fossil fuel. The shit is natural. The shit stays in abundance. And we want control of it. Why do you think we have more cars than we've ever had, more gas stations than we've ever had, and there's not an oil shortage, but there's a clean water shortage? Make it make sense. Sorry for that rant, Devin. I get really sensitive about that because the war on drugs has killed so many communities and people don't even realize the CIA and Reaganomics is the reason that shit happened. We're still dealing with the effects of it today. Okay. People don't understand that how serious it was. Like you said, y'all were guarding the poppy fields because we went in, Al-Qaeda burnt them bitches down, didn't want that shit around. And we came in, we built it back up. We got it going. And a lot of people don't understand. We are, this country, the biggest consumers of illegal drugs. We're not going to fuck up the economy. Cocaine built Miami. Cocaine Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really look at the stats, where the money came from, the mafia came in, controlled a drug, then built cities around it. And U.S. politicians kept their mouth shut until they were done achieving the goal. Then they would come in and try to arrest them and seize them. And then it all of a sudden becomes up for sale.
That's why Trumpy was
the shit.
Gonna be shutting that because he was like, I know what you motherfuckers are doing because I helped fund it.
Yeah.
That was his whole MO. And
he knows where his money goes.
That to me would again, I hate politics. I literally when this shit goes down, I am the type of guy that sits on the couch and just watches the popcorn because I literally treat it like pro wrestling. Like if John Cena showed up on AEW or fucking TNA, guess what? I'm watching it. So when Donald Trump, someone that I fucking watched growing up on Monday night television, as stupid as it sounds, I just have this obligation to watch him. That does not mean I support him, but it's when he says some fire ass comeback on Hillary, I fucking
you gotta love it.
Popped, bro. I popped. I'm like, dude, someone is sticking it to the system. And so that does not mean I don't think he's a good person. I'm saying, and I would say this to Trumpy's face. I'm just saying I would just say this to Trumpy's face because Trumpy and I, we get each other. We've taken chair shots. What I'm saying is he's doing Trumpy. And y'all can't be mad that we got him. I can't be mad because I didn't vote. So I'm just like, oh, I get to watch the shit.
Who's meant to run a business? I'm just asking.
Listen. I know I joke a lot, but this is where I guess I'm going to be serious. Dead ass, whoever wants to be fucking president needs to line up in the fucking arena, whether it be the family arena, the fucking Washington, D.C. FedEx Field arena, the Indianapolis Colts arena. Hell, make it Dallas Stadium, baby. Yep. And they need to fucking fight to the fucking death with just fucking hands.
Show me how convicted you are.
Right, dude. You get a cup and a mouthpiece. You don't get gloves. And it's just 1 versus 1. Not everyone at once. Like fucking Battle World. It's literally like, all right.
Royal Rumble status.
Hey, if that's what you want to do too, do it that way. The fucking Royal Rumble. But none of this fucking, hey, let's fuck over Jimmy to fuck over Bob. That way Kimmy can get the seat and we can fuck over Jimmy and fucking Timmy again. That way Bob can get the seat, and that way we can fuck over Tony and fucking Anthony and fucking Big Billy and Willie and Timmy, and fucking that way we can slide this guy who's next in line. And it's like,
on
that's just how politics work, bro. That's how the
you go back in the day, it happened like that.
Right.
They conquered shit. They took shit.
Bush is next in line, so that just sucks.
I'm just going to say this.
Like,
I agree with where you're at.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Facebook posts I've seen in the last few weeks was, why is it we take 80-year-olds' driver's license, we force them into retirement, we don't let them, run a business on the street, but we're letting them run our country. They're so out of tune with what is real. There should be an age limit. You say you got to be 45 to get in, or is it? I think it's 35 to be president, something like that. Don't quote me. I want to say 35, could be 45. Why is it we don't have people in that age range really running for president? Why is it controlled? Let's call it what it is, not to sound racist, but it's all old white men, all old white women. And we know a lot of viewpoints, not sounding racist, of older white people. You know what I mean? Like, we know, I speak to my grandma.
Get off my lawn and change is bad.
Exactly. They're fucking shooting you for knocking on the door for help.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not saying that there should be a race play into politics, but I think it should be evenly distributed amongst everybody. This is a melting pot country. It should be a melting pot in the government. We should have, white, black, Asian, like Hispanic, Middle East. We should have a representative, instead of it being, the World Economic Forum, our country, the main representatives. First and foremost, I don't think there should be one president. I think there should be 3 to 5, because this motherfucker might be hot-headed. Not you. Well, this motherfucker, because that looked bad. I'm like, hold on. But this motherfucker might be hot-headed.
I'll own that.
But I'm saying they might be hot-headed. This person might not be hot-headed. They're tripping over a personal issue. They're looking at it like, hey, we'll handle the personal shit. Don't worry. We'll get at them. But we need to think about the bigger picture, right?
So like socialism.
No, it should be a democracy, but we all vote them in. And honestly, fuck a democracy. We should be a republic like we were founded on. A lot of people forget this is the Republic of the United States. The democracy came later. When you read your Constitution, this is a republic.
Holy shit.
Like, the one thing I was
shit
raised
that gets
on,
lost in translation.
Hey man, when I tell you, I was raised in a household, like, I wish if I was in my basement, I'd be able to point. I have parent pictures, both my parents white. Okay. I was raised by 2 white people that know my black culture, to know the history, but also to know the realistic situations that shit presents itself. White and black people think about shit different, right?
Yeah.
So there should be white and black in the office. Middle Easterns are raised different. But hear me out. Asians, Middle Easterns are raised with different ethics and values. They need to be in the office. The Hispanic culture is raised differently. They should be able to represent the office. They're not representing their group. They're representing different trains of thought. Because in reality,
you're saying representation matters.
Yes, because like, we're American. Our mindset, let's call it what it is. Shit goes sideways. There's 2 ways to handle it: communicate or physical violence, right? Like, that's just really what it is. On the men's side, you have 2 things. Either we can work this out and talk it out, or we can get physical.
They wrote that was a comic book. That was literally a comic book. They did that.
But when it goes to the Royal Rumble situation, or throwing them all in an arena, I want them all to pick the position they want. I want to be president. I want to be Speaker of the House. All right, we're all lined up,
fighting to the death. And this, all right,
at 8:30 a.m., we got the Speaker of the House going on the field. You know what I'm saying? And they roll out and they go. And if at the end of it all turns out to be one race, I mean, that sucks. You know what I'm saying? But it should be more than one person calling the shot, and it has to be an odd number for the vote. It's just one of those things that, I don't know about you. There will be things that me and you on a 2-person team might agree with, might disagree with. When you get into a 3rd person, it needs to be somebody that knows the subject. So when you get into politics, I need somebody that understands the judiciary buildings. I need somebody that understands, every part of the government, to make those comments, make the judgments. And before we go on, we sit together, we write our speech. When we get done writing our speech, then we go up and we present it. Whoever the main character is, right?
Yeah.
That the fifth person, the one that is the main selected president with, we'll say, their subsidiaries underneath.
Yeah.
That'll be the person that actually speaks to the country, represents the country. But you need a backing behind it that regulates, because when you get one man in power, you get shit happening in Yemen where they're not getting constitution or congressional approval and bombs get sent. Now think if you had another person sitting next to him, hypothetically Donald Trump, because he was an adversary to him, he'd be like, hey man, let's think about what the fuck we're about to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big deal. And you're right. Aunt Angie, you're right. None of our votes do count. Anyways, it's an electoral college. But that, again, in this system would not exist. Because guess what? Nobody's getting elected. They're fighting to the death. So at the end of the day, the last 5 people on that field would be the 5 elected officials. Now we're not going to make you kill each other. We're going to make the one man standing. The last man standing is the primary speaker. And as they fall, you find your order. Does that not make sense?
That makes perfect sense. Or, I mean, they literally wrote, that's why I'm like, I can't, dude, I would need to go to a comic book store, because they literally wrote a comic book series where Dark Avengers, where they're like the bad Avengers, they ran the fucking world. Just like how you're saying, it was because it was 5 of superheroes that controlled everything. And then there's also, it's called the Illuminati series, where the Illuminati Professor, I know it's funny. Yeah,
I was like, well, we know that exists.
What it's called. That's what it's called. Where they, oh god, that's dark. That went. But I'm not. But that's like. But deep down,
crazy.
like I don't know. We're coming up to like that point, man, where at the end of the day, but
I'm sure to watch this video, or a creeper will come at your house and.
Because I want to go back to something that it was my fault we got off subject.
Yeah.
How are you going to define war to your kids? Especially if it comes to American soil. How do you present it? That's the big one. War across overseas is kind of easier to explain, but war on our soil. How are you
I already literally I have this book of everything my grandfather taught me, compressed, and there is a war section. So, this way. All right, so yeah, for me, if a war pops off, I'm selling the van ASAP. I'm selling the terrain ASAP.
Hey, wait, really quick, Nathan, is that your cousin Nathan?
Yeah, why would he fucking
post his caption? He posted a really good one. When do you tell them is a good question?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, cousin. Shut up and listen, cousin. God, you're ruining the segment, cousin. What I was saying was, before my cousin interrupted everything like he always does for the past 35 years of my life, but I would literally sell everything. I would move Molly and Eric and the boys in permanently. I would make real talk. I would make Nathan move up here. Like if there's literally a world war, everyone's coming home.
You have to.
Like that's how it is. Nathan's coming home. Molly and Eric are coming home. If Josh and Caitlin want to come home, I'm bringing everyone home. And I'm just going to say, hey, we're at fucking war. It's time for everyone to come home. I don't give a fuck. Like that's what's going, and then we go it up from there, and that's where it comes into stock and everything, and that's why I'm gonna Nathan's coming up here next month.
I can't wait to meet him.
Yeah, no, he doesn't know this yet, but we're hitting up like every fucking store and buying bottled water. We're buying toilet paper. Like we're just, you guys stocking up for COVID? Yes. If that's what you think we're doing, yes, dude. Ha ha ha. Have a good Saturday, Jimmy. Nathan, put the shit in the van. But basically, like, that's what's going to happen is because I'm to that point where, like, I already started it with cutting everything. And I'm not going to lie to you. I am having heart palpitations till fucking February 10th because that's how tight this fucking budget we have stretched. And on Carrie's like, oh, don't talk about it. But it's like, dude, we're trying, like, every family's like this. It's just right after Christmas. Like, we're trying to catch up.
Rebalance,
yeah, dude. So, and with the government having like doing this shit, it's like I make great fucking moolah, but it's like I have to budget that shit to where it makes everything else stretched as I'm buying bulk shit where it comes to foods and fucking shit.
It's the first time in my life I ever thought about, because we have several vehicles. I've thought about selling a vehicle just to put the money in the bank. But then again, it's like you put the money in the bank, the dollar crashes, you fucked yourself.
Oh, dude, I'd make the terrain a fucking Humvee. I'd make Nathan cut the top off, and we'd like do all this shit.
The Durango ain't going off road. That's my baby. But I want to just say to Nathan, I think honestly, beforehand, in my household, we have the preparation talk of if this happens, this is what we do. But I wouldn't say it's here until it's here.
Oh, dude.
And
I'm saying I'm bringing everyone home, bro. You asked me what I'm doing?
No, I agree with you. But like, again, when do you call that? Because the only time you can really call it is after it's happened.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. Yes, that's
right?
the thing. Like, because what you know what's gonna happen is they're gonna all we're dads. Dads, we're fucking dads. Hey, this country just did this. What do we do?
Man,
you
all
come
I need
home.
to hear is they hit a warship.
You come home.
If I hear they hit it like on TV, which you don't get any information on television, but if I'm reading in the news and I see that a warship has been hit, or they'd even sunk a warship, which they tried to claim, the Houthis tried to claim they did, but that has not been announced. I would assume that would be world news. But as soon as a true act of like a precise shot of war, a warship taken out, the U.S. Navy SEALs being, held captive has brought up conversations.
Secretary of State, man.
Yeah, so that U.S. Defense Secretary, man, that is, I think a lot of people need to do their education on that. Russia, for them to claim that again is just a random act. You don't just randomly claim some shit and then we're the day later saying that he's in the hospital in ICU here in America. Like, that's some random shit. But I am with you as far as bringing the family home. Like I'm big on, we're a small unit, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
shit, them small units do work. Look at the Navy SEALs, you know what I mean? So it's right. Like, again, hunker down. My thought process would be immediately, like, I know you talk about the HOA. I'll take that motherfucker over. We can have a meeting. And hey, look, whoever ain't ready for war, I love my neighbor because my neighbor he just switched it, but he had a Black American flag, making it very clear. We're taking no prisoners.
Dude, my neighbor tried to sell his house, and he was one of the neighbors that like didn't vote for me, and he was out showing his house because he's selling it and everything, and he fucking waved at me like all fake as fuck. That's what I did. I rolled down my window and I go just like that, and the look on their
fuck your property value, nigga.
Yep, and I just kept driving slow, and they immediately hopped in their car and drove off, and he did nothing. He did absolutely nothing.
What movie was it with Will Ferrell that every time they were trying to sell the house, was that Step Brothers? Yeah, that they were doing some wild shit.
Yeah,
that's what I would
Nazis
be
on. Or acting like
dead, like the dude was dead. Yeah. Oh, look, I would be all over that.
Blutzen's dick there. And so, dude, what a show. I mean, fucking, we're at that mark. I know we have no timetable, but I haven't.
Oh, you're good. I got to get to dinner, man. So
I'm starving as fuck.
Hey, but guess what we're gonna do this month? Hey, first off, shout out to Devin for hitting max today at work.
Oh God.
We got 13 days left, and you already at it. Hey, look, that is celebration worthy. Carrie should be up there making a cake. You know what I'm saying? Not saying she's telling her what to do at all, but I'm saying make this man a cake or some cupcakes so he can bring some to work.
Month ain't over. Month ain't over. Everything's normal.
Hey, guess what? It ain't over, but you've already hit the goal. Hey, now you just get to set the bar. You hit the goal.
Missed
now
2
you
days
set
this
the bar.
month already.
Hey, and for everybody who wants to know, this is where we work. We want all of y'all to protect your vehicle coming into wartime. Contact us. We'll get you set up.
Well, I mean, shit. It's been a night, man. And so tune in next week. Like this video. Go to that GoFundMe.
Yes,
just
please.
A good woman.
Amazing person. Just person overall. Amazing.
Anyway.
And she makes some of the best fucking bread pudding in the world. She needs to sell it.
Hey, bring that into work.
I'll tell her. I'll buy the ingredients. She makes the best shit on the planet.
We love you guys. We are.
Have a great night.
Tired.
Dad.
Bye.